here on the property that we bought a couple of months ago, and this is kind of our first or second chance to kind of really walk around and see what everything is. We have the survey guy here, who in a little bit is going to help us mark out the property lines, but for now, let's just walk through a little bit and see what it looks like. All right, here we go. So the property is actually really unique. You can see here that it's all just lava rock on the bottom, like no dirt or anything. And that's because the property is on Mauna Loa, a volcano on the Big Island. Actually is the largest mountain by land mass. It's really cool until the volcano starts erupting, which it did a couple of weeks ago. Luckily, the fissure, the lava fissure that comes this way did not open up. This entire property was just created by a lava flow. So, this property is about an acre. We bought it from this couple from like Idaho, I think, who never lived here. So it's basically untouched. And we bought it after closing costs and everything for $18,000. So yeah, throughout this video making process, I figured we'd just show people what it was like buying the property, coming here. We'll do a video on like the process of finding it, going through the stuff with the agent, because we had never done that before. And so I think, you know, it's not going to be perfect, and we're definitely going to learn a lot as we go through. But I want to be able to show people what it's really like. Well, the survey guy uses a GPS, and I guess he just like pinpoints the points on the property, and that'll show us where our actual lines are. It's really important here because it's pretty rural, as you can see, and if we were to level and clear property that wasn't ours, we could get into big trouble. So we definitely want to do that. It's expensive. It's $900 to get the whole property surveyed. If we wanted to do just the four corners of the property, it'd be $700. Like I said, it's important to make sure we know where the exact lines are. But yeah, this is kind of what most of the property looks like. We'll go a little more in depth later after we get done with the survey guy. But I kind of just wanted to give you all a taste of what it looks like, what we're doing here. All right, so the survey guy just went around the block to check on some more things, but we were talking to him for a little bit as he set up this equipment. And it's really cool. He's been doing this for 49 years, he said. And it used to just be him and two other guys pulling tape across lines, and now he said his total cost for equipment is $70,000. But it gets it within a centimeter accuracy, which is crazy. So you'll be looking around and placing these and finding exact points so we can find lines of the property. This is the far edge of the property, and you can see our neighbors right there looking through, which brings up an interesting point. So we have a nice view of the ocean that way, but it's blocked by trees at this level. So one thing we have to decide as we're walking through here is where we want to put the house. Because as you can see on this ground, it's extremely rocky, uneven, so we're going to have to bring someone in to level it. And to do that, we have to find where exactly we want to put the house, because it's an acre property. And so we kind of have to decide between how level the ground already is, which would make it easier to level. But as you can see here, this is a really level spot right here on our property. It'd be easy to level out, but our neighbors would be able to see us. As we were talking with people who've done this before, it seems like they'll be able to level anything. But the problem with that is they level out a pad for the house. We have to level out a pad for a catchment tank because there's no running water system here. And then that's it. So our yard, you know, would look like this, versus if we already level out in a flat space that exists currently, our yard would be a little more flat around the house versus it looking like this. Kind of walking towards the very center of the property. One thing I'm really looking forward to is getting this survey, is you get lost in here really easily. Like, it's only an acre, but it's super disorienting. If I walk down here, like, you can see how low I'm getting just by going further and further down. So that's the other thing. In the middle of the property, if we did level it, we'd be kind of in the middle of a hole. So the view towards the ocean that way would be a little bit trickier to get. Stuff finds a way to grow, and we have some like gigantic trees, like probably like 1.5 feet in diameter, which would be tricky to clear if we wound up going somewhere like here. But we also have a ton of these grasses right in the middle. Which makes it really hard to find your footing because it's still that rocky terrain underneath. We are on the, I'm gonna try and get this right, leeward side of the island, which means that we don't get as much rain. So it's not really like that jungly terrain like you'd expect in Hawaii. It's obviously a lot more rocky and dry. Oh yeah, I see a steak.
Yeah. I don't see the boundary pin yet, so hopefully there's something here.
So for reference, that's where we thought the edge of the property is. Looks like we're butting up pretty close to their driveway over here. It gives us more wiggle room to work with, like, you know, in terms of building a driveway and property, like, we'll have more space between us. I'm just worried that that means that that marker is off. We're more this way than I thought, which wouldn't be too bad because if you're walking down here, you can see that big tower up there, and that is for the fire station. So there's a fire station kind of kitty corner to us. So like, if this is our property, this is our neighbor's property right here. This is ours. This is the fire station. So it's kind of like diagonal from us. And that post, that like big thing is like right here, like on their corner. The interesting thing is that this property right here to the right of us is also owned by the fire station. So there shouldn't be anyone living next to us, but we'll see. Yeah, definitely like shifted to the left a little bit. So yeah, because that flag was over there, so just kind of over 10-15 feet.
Even realtors don't know where the lots are.
Yeah.
A lot of times they put the sign on the wrong one.
Yeah, I've been kind of using that tower over there from the fire station to like get an idea, because they're kind of on the corner of ours.
Yeah, the lot. The corner of it.
I was also talking to the survey guy about how close we can build to our property lines, and he said it's 20 feet from the edge of the boundary to where we can build a structured building. So like a driveway we can build closer, but an actual house has to be 20 feet from the sides and 30 feet from the road, and that's for like fire code and stuff. Let's keep walking back, because I haven't seen this part of the property yet. When we walked the first time, we thought the line was like way over there. So this is the first time I'm kind of seeing this. So I really have no idea what the back end of this will be like. And how far back we want to build the house. See, that pink flag is where our property line is. So these people definitely had it surveyed, because they went right along the line. Well, look, we have some huge agave back here. Look at ours. Oh my god. Look at this.
Holy!
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
right underneath those red and blue tags. So you also staked this way. You can kind of see our neighbor back there. That's another really big decision, is when we get stuff leveled, like for the house, and we'll need something leveled for the catchment too. You want to get everything leveled at once so you don't have to pay them to come back out. And so we want to level as much of the property as we're going to use, because if you don't level, it's just like this, and I mean, you're not really going to come down here. But leveling means you clear all the trees, all the bushes, and it's just like a flat pad of basically gravel at that point. So it's definitely, you want to know what you're doing and not just level stuff that you don't want leveled. You can see it getting into the fire department. That's that big power I was talking about. So, ooh, yeah, got a nice grill in the back. So the property that we bought, like I said, is in a pretty rural town of about 3,000 people. We're about a quarter of the way up Mauna Loa at about 3,500 elevation, which means that it's actually pretty decent weather. Like, we're wearing pants and long sleeves, and it's late morning. Gets to about 70 during the day and 50 at night, which is kind of perfect for us. The thing we really like about this is the view. So you can zoom in and see the ocean pretty much from every angle once you get up high. And you can kind of see the whole thing kind of starting from there all the way through to about there. It's all ocean once you get above the trees.